Mic check, 1 2 1 2. G would it be? It's Mr. Bubblegum Man, female's favorite. Slim Every Dope Boy, corporate gangster, St. Louis MoneyNow, DJ MoneyNow himself. And we got a special edition of Wifeable today. And you already know what's going on, man. So, for those who've been sleeping under the rock, man, the Wifeable is just for fun, non-criticism, non-judgmental podcast to where, other heterosexual masculine men like myself out there, want to see what's out there in case they want to put a woman in a wifey position. And as always, I got my co-host with me, Vigilante. What's popping?
Yeah, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Vigilante, mogul, philanthropist, humanitarian. We got another dope episode of Wifeable Podcast coming. I'm looking forward. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. And got a couple of beautiful faces in the building. Y'all seen them already. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and give them the floor to introduce themselves. Go ahead, starting with you, Miss Young Lady.
Hi, my name is Shanty Alicia Love.
God damn. The whole government.
That's how I introduced you the first time.
I'm saying shit. I thought you was going to say, my name's Shanty.
My name's Shanty.
Tell them what you do. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm an aspiring sexologist. Not yet certified, but I love to just advise and guide people when it comes to sexual activities and when it comes to themselves and when it comes to like different partners.
Yeah.
I got questions. It's gonna be a good
one.
Okay.
Yeah. And who you brought with you, Shanty?
This is my friend Dana.
Put a little bit. The mic right on your mouth. There you go. Right there. Mm-hmm.
That's a little too close. I'm Dana. Not as exciting as the sexologist.
Yes.
I do accounting, so.
That's very exciting.
The accountants be the freaks.
What?
That's why they friends.
Can anybody deny that?
I'm just confused how that correlates.
Oh, man.
I mean, shit. Hey, look. Hey, they ain't deny it.
Nobody denied nothing yet.
Hey, so let's get to it like it's nothing to it. So with this, I'm gonna just basically bounce off. We got a format for this show, this particular show, and we're just gonna bounce the questions off. You know what I'm saying? If we want to dive deep into it, any questions y'all feel comfortable asking or answering, just say pass. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pressure at all. All right. So let's start with this. If you had to choose one word to identify yourself with and describe yourself, what would it be and why?
Outgoing. I'm very outgoing. I'm always down for whatever. I'm down for any adventures. I always keep a happy spirit. Everyone always think that I'm 19. I'm actually 28. And I let them know, you got to keep that young spirit alive. Like, just be happy and outgoing. That's me.
Okay.
I need more time for this question.
All good. So how do you identify, like, you know what I'm saying, straight, bi, you, whatever?
I identify as sapiosexual.
Okay.
You gotta have your mind stimulated.
Yeah, like it turns me on when a man is very smart and he could just put me on to anything and teach me something, and vice versa. I like to put them on too. That turns me on. If you're not all that intellectual, then I'm not really interested.
So that would be straight. Yeah.
I'm sapiosexual.
Understood.
I would say sapiosexual as well.
Got a
I
couple of
definitely- I'm straight.
sapiosexual.
This is why we click.
I love men, but definitely to having my mind stimulated and being able to have conversations and not basic.
Gotta be beneath the,
I don't know.
Being able
Can y'all hear him in the mic?
y'all hear me?
No,
Oh,
not
I can't
No,
really
I
hear.
can't hear you.
I'm trying to see what's up. Hold on.
Okay. Check.
Say something.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Shit. God damn. Yeah. Okay.
Mic chizzy.
It's the.
Are you from the islands?
Yeah, Long Island.
What island are you
That's the
from?
first time I ever heard that. That's a good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I can hear it. Now you can hear it. You can hear it. You can hear
You
it now.
can't hear me though. Oh.
It was. Yeah. All right.
Check.
Yeah. there you go.
Yeah. We good.
He's back.
Nah,
He's
I
back.
can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you
Back
didn't tell
like
me
I
what
never
island you're
left.
from. What island?
Like I never left.
I'm from Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
I'm gonna use that Long Island thing. I like that.
My parents are Jamaican.
So women, do y'all want to be married?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. How many wives do you know personally in your life? And I'll pass it to you.
Active wives or people who were wives, who were married
Man.
before?
I guess both. I guess active wives first, and then
I could count a few on my fingers.
Happy marriages.
One that I know of.
So
Yeah.
out of the few you can count, so less than 10, and then out of that 10, one
Only one that I know was happy.
is happy.
But I don't live there, so I don't. Who really knows?
So that's just judging from the outside.
Yeah, that's just from the outside. They look happy.
But even on the other spectrum, you still feel like that. Just looking at the other 9, they just look unhappy.
she probably know.
I probably know personally because
Without saying too much, I guess.
I'm not gonna say too much, but
Okay.
my girlfriends talk to me, and
They be venting about their bullshit ass situations to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's not bullshit. I feel like that's. But I like to advise them and let them know that's things you could work on in a marriage, and then also don't feel forced to say if you don't want to say. But I'm not telling you to leave. Like still work it out. But majority, I know it's like a.
Yeah,
a lot.
shit hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Yeah. From all 9.
I want to say from all 9, I would say that'll probably be like 4, and then the other. If I'm doing my math right, what
You got it.
the other,
Use your hands if you got to.
what? The other 6
In the
are
crowd,
probably
help her out.
the other 6 is probably like they're unhappy. I'll use my aunt for example.
Okay.
She's fighting a marriage right now, and she was unhappy for the past few years. I've seen her, and now she's just happy to be away from him. So
Why you think she didn't leave sooner?
I don't personally know.
You gonna ask her?
I think they have kids. People want to stay because of kids. Her last one just turned 18, so yeah,
By him?
yeah.
How long was they married?
I'm not sure.
You gotta talk to your aunt.
I do. My oldest cousin is like 34, and they've been together, like maybe 30 years.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. They are each other
Yeah.
pretty much. Okay, I see. Okay.
What about you?
I know a lot of married people. I don't know because my parents are married, but not to each other.
Okay.
And then both sets of my grandparents are married. Then like all my aunts and uncles, they're married. But as far as like happy marriages that I would want to be in, like that I would aspire to be in,
Jesus Christ.
I would say
that face says it all.
Jesus. What do y'all think is the unhappy part in these marriages? What is it?
I feel settling.
You feel like most of them settled.
Yes.
In what way?
Okay, so one specifically, she definitely settled. She's not happy because he's not on her level. It's my mom. Like, my stepdad, he's just not on her level. My mom gets things done. She's a go-getter. She's a travel nurse. Like, she goes. And you have to make so much money.
Wow.
Damn, just like the last goddamn show.
Hey, but I'm telling you, bro. Like
This is real.
It is real because the thing is, I'm gonna tell you this. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get back to the questions. Like, you right. That man is not on your mom's level. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, in a sense, like, he probably doing a whole lot of beta male simp mangina type shit. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, your mom is in her masculine frame, to where, like, she in this doggy dog world, chasing this bag, chasing this money, competing with man unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, whereas on the flip side, when a man got a lifestyle and bringing a woman into his life, you know what I'm saying? She should be down to be his helpmeet, you know what I'm saying? Versus, like, oh, I want to do my own thing and you follow me. Versus, like.
But so my mom is not like that because she has been submissive. She has been submissive with him, but it's just he doesn't get things done. So
Do they got children?
No,
No. She don't have no reason to stay then.
I know.
Okay, this sounds like a conversation y'all had before.
Yeah,
Y'all have? So what be her reasoning?
I think it's just, and I can't even say like being comfortable. I don't even know like really what it is. Maybe it's just not wanting to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
that's
you're
a
in
lot
your
of
late 50s and it's just like having to start all over.
Yeah, and
Back to the settling.
I encourage it, but you can't be the man and be okay with not working for over a year and having your woman take the fall and take the responsibility for everything.
Any man that's comfortable doing that is going to try his best to find a woman that's comfortable with him being comfortable to do it. So it sucks that it had to be your mom, but she was a perfect person for what he needed, and that was to not work no more. I want to. Part of me want to give him a shout out for being able to land that situation, because that's dope. If I didn't have bills for a year, that'd be hard.
Yeah, you see the shirt I got on, man, for my female holics that doing that shit. Don't do that
kids.
shit, man.
She has kids, so like.
He playing stepdaddy.
Stay at home
I
stepdaddy.
My stepdad for anything. He has his own kids.
Yeah.
My mom has her kids.
Okay.
Me and my sister, but my mom still supports us, helps us financially, and then she has responsibilities of her own that she had before the marriage that she can't just let go because he's not pulling his weight.
Right. Okay. Now we talking. Now we talking. So let me get Shanty on the mic again. Define what a wife is in your own opinion.
Wow. I would say a wife is the yin to the yang. Marriage to me is like a partnership. It takes both people to do the work and to do the compromising and the growing and just basically watering each other. But I guess a wife to me is definitely the feminine in the marriage, in the partnership, and someone who just stays loyal to her partner, you know, someone she could be submissive to. I'm trying to answer this in a way without trying to like point fingers at the man.
Yeah, so I want you to speak.
Speak because the thing is, like, it ain't a judgment show.
Yeah, speak
you know
freely.
Because you asked, like, you know, what's a wife? But I really want to talk about, like, it's a partnership. You have the husband, you have the feminine, the masculine, water each other. You know, a female can easily be submissive to a man who could easily provide her comfort, comfortability. I speak about this on my podcast. Financial stability, and I'm not saying all the way take care of her, but you do have husbands who do take care of her. But when you have a female who gets that, you know, 50% from her husband, she could just naturally flow and express and submit to her husband, and that's her job as the wife. And
okay, you said 28, right?
Yes.
Okay, are you single right now?
Yes.
How many relationships have you been in, like serious relationships?
Serious.
Because I know that women count what they want to count, so I got.
We were talking about this on the way here. None.
Damn.
But
was that the answer?
Yeah.
None.
None of them were really serious. Oh, well, I lied. My ex, I would say we were serious. We really did talk about getting married and starting our farm and raising kids together. I would say that would be the only one.
What happened?
I just can't be with an alcoholic. And that's just my preference. I love him so much, but he just drank too much, which caused other things like, you know, and I try to, you know, do wifely things, just uplifting you and just helping you find some type of therapy and just being that understanding person. But it's so hard. Like I said, I can't flow naturally when I'm feeling so scared. He wasn't providing me comfortability.
Was it like that when you first met him?
No, because he's a narcissist. They're good at acting.
Okay, so how did he, with women intuition being a real thing? I like to think so. How did that escape your scope?
What, him
being an alcoholic? He got to put the bottle to his face in order to be an alcoholic. So how did that escape your scope?
So when we first met, he would take me out on dates all the time, and I loved it. It was so fun because me being outgoing, again, adventurous, I'm always down for whatever. So drinking was nothing going out all the time. like, of course, everybody does that. But
you thought he was socially drinking.
I thought he was socially drinking until I see him at home, you know, or probably when we're just trying to get errands done. I have to go get a shot. I have to. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, I have to get one shot. And one shot would turn into
3 shots.
3 shots.
3-4 shots.
Yeah.
Then,
That's
okay, let's stop by the gas station on the way home. That too. So it was just overboard.
Was that the only like thing that he did that was like a deal breaker?
And then on top of that, he's a narcissist. You know, the lying, the manipulation, the reverse psychology, just not acting your age. He was older than me. He was 34, but he was acting more like he was
so normal
15.
now. I don't understand this.
What?
Okay, so the last girl that was in here, she said that when she was 19 years old, she was dating a 42-year-old. So now your ex was how long ago?
Couple of months ago.
Couple months. So you was 28. He was 34. So every time that the roles is reversed when it comes to that, it's looked at as a creep thing.
I wouldn't say it for all, like every person, every guy, every relationship. I don't know. I really don't really go for age. Well, of course you got to be older than me, but
then you do go for age. That's literally what you just did.
No, okay, well, because I know some people are just like, I only date 40 and older, or like I only date my age.
Okay, so your parameter is just you.
It's a broad, like 28 to what?
18 and up is legal.
Yeah, but I'm not dating 18.
Why?
18?
He could be 18 and further than you.
True. I've met a few young guys who are further than me, but they still have a little immature ways
that might go
that
both
I just
ways.
can't deal with.
That might go both ways. That's not fair.
Not
at
for
all.
it can go both ways, but I've never had a guy complain about me acting childish. I'm all about growth. So
ain't no dude gonna complain about that. Men rarely complain, especially high value men.
I don't know.
So, in your opinion, what wifeable qualities do you have?
Me?
Whoever.
You want to go first, or?
Yeah.
I would say I'm naturally a nurturer. I'm subservient. I like to uplift. Like I don't want to say like I understand a woman's place, but when in relationships and I just feel like the man should lead. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to lead. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to. Can I cuss?
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna speak freely in here.
I'm not.
You got to get some shots.
I'm not trying to be like a roughneck nigga in a relationship. Yeah. Like I like to be soft. I like to dwell in my feminine energy. Like I like for my man to feel like he is the man.
Yeah.
Man. And so, yeah.
So what's been the problem in the dating market for you since you come with that feminine energy?
So like my last relationship was 5 years, and he had some narcissistic traits. I feel like he's my twin flame. Like we're good. We're friends still. Like I'm still very close with his family. It's just like us being together. Like
I know it's a lot to unpack. Just start wherever you want to start.
Like just our minds were on two different. Like I was raised off of love. He was raised off of survival. So if you think it's okay to drive prostitutes around in my car.
Oh my God! How did we get here?
Exactly.
Jesus
that escalated quick.
Yeah.
She said, "Damn."
You said
he wasn't. He just didn't respect me, and I feel like I respected him too much.
And what year was that out of the 5?
Year 1.
No, we moved here from Florida. So I moved here in 2020. We got together in 2018. Moved here in 2020, and I guess I think he tried to do it in Florida, but he wasn't successful. So I would say like I moved here March 2020.
Right when the pandemic started.
Yep. So I would say like 2 months in, like I woke up, this long text message, like, I gotta get this money. Like, it's like 4:00 in the morning. And he sends me this long text message how he has to go make moves and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what? And then it went from, because when we first moved in, we had an apartment with his mom. Mm-hmm. So it was his mom and I have 2 kids. So it was all of us in the little apartment. And Yeah, no, you think it's okay to leave like boots, other female shoes in my car, hair, key cards, and then when I'm asking you like, what is this? Because I'm not confrontational at all.
Yeah.
I don't like to fight. I like to converse. I want to sit down and we talk about this. I don't want to hash it out. Let's find a resolution. And it was always that. Like, we can never have a conversation. I can never ask questions. It was always, everything was always a secret. And I don't like that.
Pimps
Like,
don't answer questions.
pimping. You can't be a pimp and you don't have your own, you don't have a pot to piss in.
He can't be a pimp if he using your car. That's what he was doing.
But then he started using his mom's car, and then that was just me being weak.
Yeah,
I
it was.
lost
Yeah.
myself so much in that relationship, and I would never again.
From 2018 to 2020, what was good? You got to think about that.
I would say he just really wasn't showing who he was. He wasn't that assholeness wasn't really there. But he was always an asshole. Like, this is somebody I've known, like his aunt is like my god sister. Like, we've been friends for
So you was
over
always
10
around
years.
him. Yeah.
We're friends for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So I knew him. I felt like he was somebody that was safe to me because I know your family, I know your grandparents, like your grandparents hang out with my parents.
Yeah.
Like, and
You guys built a rapport.
yeah,
Yeah,
when
you
we
built a
first
rapport,
got
yeah.
together, I was going through hard times and he was like my savior. So and then I became his savior in a way. So we just had like a trauma bond.
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
So
Yeah,
high.
that's what it was.
That was-
right there.
yeah, it was an attachment versus the true connection.
That's
you
what
know
it
I'm
was
saying?
right
Like,
there.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Of course.
I know the show is about like wifeable, but him right there was the definition of not husbandable because he was not providing her that comfortability to just naturally be a wife. Why does she have to be having nigga tendencies? We should not be in that. And that's why a lot of black men complain now about black women having nigga tendencies because they don't provide us comfortability to be a female.
Who chooses these men?
Huh?
Who chooses these men?
Of course we choose them, but this is what we're mainly surrounded by. But
I think the problem is staying. I think
staying
in
what?
not being, I feel like the problem is like when we get into them, everybody doesn't really show who they really are. Like you can't, but I feel like also now I can kind of see bullshit.
There you go.
Now I can like see it from the like oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's real.
But just in that situation, in prior situations, it would be just staying
Because
like I love him because like he's gonna change. I can change him.
Yeah.
But
Masculine
he
around.
didn't like to be uplifted. He didn't like to be loved. He didn't.
why did
like
you want
that.
why did you want a project? It's like it's not a science
That's
fair.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
She-
when
he's
you're
on- it's
in
not
that
science
moment, because I went through depression, like wanted to kill myself, went through so much bullshit in that situation.
Did,
And, like, I
did you
lost
get that man your
things.
virginity?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nah,
I wouldn't have been surprised.
yeah, I wouldn't either because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be like that sometimes. Like,
Oh, no.
Because the dude be toxic. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's some toxic man out here. You know what I'm
I
saying?
used to
a
be
lot
toxic.
of toxic men.
So
You said you did?
Yeah.
So talk about it.
Yeah, like prior to him, like I had even his aunt telling me, like, girl, what is this? So I'm quick to, I don't want to talk about this one. I was
speak up.
not perfect in that relationship, so I'm not just
Okay,
laying
okay.
here like some motherfucking dummy. Like,
No, I feel what you're
But
saying.
seeing her now, like this is why we're friends. We water each other as friends. We help each other and uplift each other and grow. Me being very spiritual, we're all about let's kill that toxicity. What was I saying on the phone about like something with the don't make scenarios up in your head because now you're gonna build up you're projecting and
Yeah.
build up scenarios in your head and now you got this mood because you thought about like she's grown a lot.
just-
So
No, y'all gonna have to keep watering each other if you
Of
keep dating
course. I think
alcoholics
all
and she keep dating
friendships-
pimps.
I don't date alcoholics. It was just that one guy, and it just happened to be the guy that.
You know it's 7.7 trillion people in the world. I'm not making that up. You can ask Siri or Alexa.
Yeah.
So Shanty, what's a red flag when dating for you?
Whew. Do you want me to name a lot? A few?
Yeah.
I mean, just a few, like a handful.
Run it down.
When dating?
Then I'm gonna go to the next question. I'm gonna ask her the same thing.
Okay. What's a red flag when dating?
Define dating.
Okay, dating is not a relationship yet. Dating is I'm taking you on a date. See if we can get another date.
Okay.
Well,
like
one-
first date. Type
First date.
Okay,
second
so
date.
for one, we talk about this a lot. Like, not even meeting the guy yet, and we're just talking. We're just getting to know each other over text, and you're already asking for pictures. Like, not just, a regular selfie.
Nah,
Like,
sexy
actual-
pictures, yeah.
actual
Yeah, sexting.
nudes.
Yeah.
Shit, man,
Yeah,
show me
like-
that pussy.
Red flag. You're getting blocked. Another red flag, like just showing that you got a higher status than what you actually have. Like, and I could test that when we go on dates because I'll ask certain questions and put you in certain places to see how much you'll spoil me with. But and then like, you just act like you don't have it. And this is why I always stay prepared.
So
That's
which
red
one
flag.
is he over projecting or is he acting like he ain't got it? Which one?
Acting like he's acting like he have it, but he don't have it. He just want some.
Why do you got to test if he got it or not?
Because
Because-
that's what women do, bro. Women test.
Of
They don't-
course,
they
I
don't
mean,
test,
I'm-
period.
I'm
The reason
aware,
why I
but-
personally
Yeah, I wanna
test
know
is
why she
because
do it.
I know in my head whoever I date from now on, or whoever I end up marrying, I need him to at least provide in some way. Don't act like you. And I'm not saying I won't like put money in, but I'm used to guys now who are down to pay for anything where we go out to eat. Or if like a tire, I got a messed up tire, I know he will, let's get a new tire. Or 'cause I've had that happen before. Like someone matched me and to change all 4 tires, he, paid for 2, I paid for 2. I like that energy, That's green flag energy.
Yeah.
Not, ooh, yeah, I hope you could find the money to get that fixed.
That's just regular shit that you avoid. What you talking about is
I know now to avoid it.
That's something that you should always know. You got to call your mom, your aunt, and your grandma and tell her that they did not do what they were supposed to do to tell you this stuff. I'm being so serious. You can show them the clip if you want to.
I'm not even mad at you for saying that because I've already came to this realization.
There you
I
go. That's
wasn't
real.
raised around a lot of men. My dad was there, of course, but he was just working and cheating. But he wasn't really like.
In that order?
Hey, why you had to put that out there like that?
Hey, man, that's
Look,
honest. That's honest.
Ain't nothing wrong with ain't nothing wrong with it.
With cheating?
Huh?
No, what are you talking about?
or putting it out there.
No, okay, I feel what you're saying. And I understand. I appreciate you taking accountability for that part. Because I don't, the thing about it is that a relationship, it has to start from a friendship. So you see that person, you see how they treat other people. Women are
Yeah.
just fucking nosy by nature and they want to know everything and they're inquisitive and they have intuition. So I feel like I feel like women are smarter and more detail oriented than men are, but y'all just fuel y'all intelligence in every wrong area.
Yeah.
I always say women are the FBI for free. Men
Right.
are the FBI for a paycheck.
Yeah.
This is how we think differently. So everything that you listing is literally everything that you're supposed to see on first date, second date, third date, fourth
Yeah.
date to even get on those dates.
Right.
Then it leads into a relationship. And then it just continues that. Then it leads into engagement. Then it leads into marriage. Then you have children. This is the same person. It's continuity.
Yeah.
There's really no time or chance for a person to change. And there's nothing for you to ignore because all of the green flags are there.
Yeah.
And all the red flags are there too.
So yeah. I
This
agree.
is super basic.
I agree. That's why I said I'm learning now how to date. Like now, like I said, we talked about this
A lot of
before.
people-
I gotta put it in your
Speaking
face.
to the right.
Okay. I'll say this because my current boyfriend, he's a white guy.
Wait,
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say it so they could be shocked. Like, what?
He's a
I'm
white
not
guy.
shocked.
He's-
Like she has a boyfriend.
No, but either one. I
But-
went to white school too.
So, so he's a white guy, and it's very different. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
food
dated-
with no flavor is different.
No. He's chasing his chicken. Stop it.
look.
But wait, no. Okay, I'll say this. Prior to this situation, because I think we're going on 6 months, and he just called himself my boyfriend like 2 weeks ago. So I think we went on our first date in November.
2.
We just went to Nacho Daddy's.
Okay.
Nacho Daddy. Yeah. So
Nacho
this
Daddy.
is we
That's hard.
we worked together.
At,
So huh?
Where?
Oh, it's a
That's a lot of information.
Okay.
Right. I
don't think so.
Vigilante, that's my.
That's all everything.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so we worked together. He's a service engineer. So it's not really the type that I would normally go for.
This
Okay.
is honest.
Yeah, this
That-
that proximity dating.
Yeah, proximity. You notice that too?
No, it's but
Yeah.
that's
In proximity dating.
Go ahead and
okay.
explain it.
I'm gonna explain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain it. So this is actually how
Yep.
shit should go, right? Versus the code approach. The code approach is, he see you in the restaurant, gas station or grocery store. He just walk up to you, hey baby, what's up? However he approach you, it's a code. Like you weren't checking for him, you ain't give him no choosing signals. You know what I'm saying? He just try to talk to you because he might have thought you was pretty. You know what I'm saying? Versus like you ain't have no interest in him, shit gonna fail just off the strength. Whereas proximity dating could be two people, around each other a lot, you know what I'm saying? They bonding, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh man, I see her at work, you know what I'm saying? She look pretty, but like I ain't gonna hop down on her like how everybody else do because they code approaching. Me, I'm gonna just build this approach and then build this traction, this connection up just because like I know the game, you know what I'm saying? Because it is
Brick
a game.
by brick.
You know what I'm saying? Brick by brick. But basically like, so now once I see that she choose on me versus putting herself in my orbit versus like looking at me and smiling, give me that blush, you know what I'm saying? Like staring in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like she want to get it on, you know what I'm saying? Like now I know, okay, I'm finna pursue
it's
this.
time to go for
you know what I'm
the
saying?
edge.
So any man out there, on my other podcast, FEMALEHOLIC, you know what I'm saying? Little shameless plug. We empower men by teaching accountability as in like if you don't code approach, wherever you go along your journey as a man, you know what I'm saying, whether you working, whether you traveling, whether you go to the Navy, whether you go wherever, you know what I'm saying, you're going to come across women on your journey, and that's how it should naturally progress, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to just be honest with you, Dana. You is a lazy-ass dater.
What?
I'm going to just be honest with you.
No, I wouldn't say that. I just like honestly because like I came on to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, she chose. Said what I'm saying.
I came on to him, and that's why I said like he's not really like the type like my friend's like, oh, he's like blonde hair, blue eyes, and he, doesn't really have.
He a lame.
Swag.
You
like,
can say that.
He's not a lame. I would say like he's corny, but I think what got me was because he's so sweet. So like the company, stop it.
We love that. We
Stop.
love a sweet guy.
Don't laugh.
guy.
Can I finish, please? Okay.
Vigilante, he over there booking up.
Stop. Okay, so the company, it's like 10 people there, right?
Right, uh-huh.
And then most service engineer guys, just rough, whatever. And he just
He's a breath of
Hey.
basically, but
Yeah, he's a breath of fresh air in close proximity. That's why I'm saying that you're lazy.
I wouldn't say that though, because this hasn't been this has not been an easy, just easy breezy lemon squeezy dating situation.
Him or just dating in general?
Just no, us.
So what?
This is like my first time actually.
Swirling.
No.
Having a serious relationship.
Because my daughter's father is white, but he is like,
Okay, so
thugged
you never really been. He was a black white guy.
He was a wigger.
Like,
You-
he
you-
had
He
was a wigger.
identity crisis. He had an identity crisis. Like,
Why-
I've dated.
Why are you not dating yo type?
Uh-oh.
Right now?
Yeah, why?
This is my first relationship after the 5 year, and
Mm-hmm.
I will just say, this has been he like worships the ground that I walk on.
Uh-oh.
Got you a
And-
mother.
And he likes to like we go out and it's like he goes all out. I spent 5 years having terrible birthdays. My ex I'm crying on every birthday. And this man he just came out of nowhere and just outdid himself. And it's just like, I don't know. It's the little things. It's the little things. But
love
then
that.
I'll
Dana,
say
Dana,
this.
Dana.
I will say this. I have
Why are you shaking your head to that?
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you why when she finished.
Okay.
I will say this. There are some cultural differences. Obviously, there are cultural differences. Ooh.
She hella mad.
And I will say it's really because I'm complaining. I do complain.
There we go.
I do complain.
Me too. This 6 months. You're supposed to be in the honeymoon phase still.
But we are in the honeymoon phase, but there are just certain things that I don't understand.
Like what?
Like the first thing that really got me is
Mayonnaise.
no.
That's-
Stop it.
Go ahead.
The first thing that really got me was the communicating. Like he's really not good at communicating. Granted, I went and got a different job. Granted, we worked together, but I was not okay with a text like every 8 hours. Like I'm waiting the whole day. Like I'm texting you at 3, and then I don't get a response till like 1 a.m. That really aggravated me. But we're just dating, and so I had to like take a step back and like ask myself, who the fuck trained me to like we're just dating, like we're just getting to know each other. Why the fuck do we have to talk every day?
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel like it's a key part of the infatuation phase. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stages to relationships. You know what I'm saying? And that is, the infatuation phase. That's the quote unquote when you want to be consistent or want consistency from somebody.
When y'all can't get enough of each other.
Yeah, like
let me answer why I was shaking my head at her.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this with love too, Dana. So much love, as much love as I possibly can.
OMG.
All right, I'm gonna say this one time for everybody because I don't want it to sound whatever. With me now being on television, and with me being wealthy, and with me being from Flint, Michigan, and knowing what it's like to be poor, with me knowing what it's like to have no options, with me knowing what it's like to be raised by a mom, to be taught to be beta, to worship the ground that women walk on, and then actually learning true female nature, and then do it while getting financially stable, and then understanding the other side when you become every woman's dream guy. Now I look at it as the whole frame. Me and MoneyNow can see your situation from a mile away.
From a mile away.
What happened was that why I say you a lazy dater is because you don't invest enough time or enough energy into you having better proximity with the people that actually gel with you of the opposite sex that are actually leaders that are higher caliber. You don't surround yourself with enough high value men.
I'm not out.
Okay, so yeah, that's the first problem. So that's what makes you lazy. And then when people come in your proximity, because they're of the opposite sex, women are naturally drawn to men, and men are naturally drawn to women. So everybody becomes an option. And then it's just about the options that you eliminated and the ones you don't. This dude.
But we have a really we had good chemistry. Like I don't think that because I am because see that's just like being approached. I don't know.
You don't sound like this is somebody that you are proud to show pictures of, to be like, yo, this is my man.
You do.
I do.
But you backtracking because earlier you said this is somebody that you normally would not go out with, meaning that he does not dress up to par.
Like he's not my type.
Yeah.
Like this is not normally like.
You backtracking?
No, I'm not backtracking. I'm saying like generally in a regular world, like if I just saw him on the side of the road, in the store or something, like this is not who I would think that I would be.
And that's the problem.
But
I do have a question.
We go out a lot, and we took him to
I took him to this Caribbean spot called Light Glue.
He can dance?
I am. I'm proud of him. Like
love
I
that place.
show him off.
Can he dance? Nobody has fun over there. This is crazy. Okay.
That doesn't matter. He has fun.
Yeah,
like he loves
I see
it.
what's happening right now, and what's happening is that this is going to. Shout out to you, dog. Whoever you are.
Oh,
shout out to you. This is going to be temporary because eventually the middle attraction that you have right now is eventually going to go lower and lower, because when you wake up every day and you see him and you see that he's not your normal type, there's going to be more people that come in your proximity that are going to be your type, and it's going to end up changing your mind.
So can I ask you something? Because I feel like now, like he's the most handsome guy ever.
She says that all the time.
That ain't going to last.
So I read this status.
Be honest.
Listen, I read this status today.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It
Let's hear
said,
it.
marry someone you're physically attracted to because they will annoy you at some point, and when they annoy you, at least you'll be looking at someone who is fine.
Nah, it's real because like
someone who is not fine to you will just make you angrier.
And I'm gonna tell you this, because at the end of the day, like women should first a man should be with a woman he can't keep his hands off of. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he always touching her, you know what I'm saying? Like grabbing her, that's that. You need that sexual connection, that sexual energy off rip. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman ain't got that for a dude, he losing out the gate. If he's not your type, he lost already. I mean, he could write, like, you know.
Can I say initially not my type, because we're just talking about.
No, he's still not your type, because when you first said
it's the energy
boyfriend,
it's the energy
too. The energy that you gave was he's still not your type.
But what's wrong with not going for our type? First, we're being attacked for going for our type.
I know y'all not being attacked.
Yeah, we're not. Okay. Yeah, but the thing about that is that,
like, when you say your type, you're just going off of looks, right?
No, your type when it comes to everything. Because if you're a sapio and he actually, because what you described first is the outer layer, and then there's the inner layer. So if the inner layer is your type, that's cool, but you still got to look at that outer layer, and he has to continue to self-improve, or you're not going to sustain.
So that's the thing, though, because that is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. He in the gym?
Yeah, he's in the gym.
Okay.
He's in the gym right now. He's getting microneedling done on his face. Like, he's
making improvements.
He's definitely making improvements. Yeah. And so much so that I feel like, okay, I have to keep up with him.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, now we get into it.
Yeah. And when I say, like, my type, because, like, I know, like, what is that?
What is what?
Like, when you say your type. My type.
What is your type?
My last boyfriend.
A pimp?
Was terrible.
Niggas.
Like, that was terrible.
That's your type?
Just niggas.
Niggas.
General. Like,
what is niggas? What is that?
Black male whose vibration is low.
That's what y'all.
That was our natural type for a lot of majority of black
just
females.
Look good. You dress nice.
I mean, but you say the dude was white though, right?
No, that's before
the last dude.
No.
Okay.
No.
Black then white.
All right.
And when I say niggas, I'm talking low vibration. I'm not talking about skin color.
Why did they ever even?
Now I'm not talking about skin color, because there's black men who have high energy, high caliber. You know. I do have a question.
Should have never been candidates. Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead. What's the question?
Mike.
She got it.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Right back to you, I promise.
The question I have for you, because you said something earlier. Sure. Have you ever dated outside of Georgia?
Yeah, I'm from Michigan.
Have you ever dated outside of America?
Like women that are from other countries?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but like, have you ever like went overseas and actually dated in there?
The furthest that I've traveled is the Bahamas. I wasn't in a relationship with anybody that was in the Bahamas, but the closest that I've done to what you're saying is that a girl that I talked to, shout out to her. She was from Africa and she was only in America for 3 months because she was a foreign exchange student.
Oh, okay.
So she still spoke fluent French, but like a little bit of English to where I could understand her.
Okay.
And so it was like she was fresh from that. So it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. But what was you getting at by asking?
What I was getting to was you threw at us that there's 7.7 billion people in the world, meaning we have all these options to date.
Yeah.
But you then said that, you know, you were raised to walk the earth of women, but you learned females as, you know, but you haven't met the whole other 7.7 billion other females.
Which is getting...
So you can't just say all females, because we don't sit here and say all males.
All females what?
You just said you gathered, understanding that all female nature. Yeah. Female nature, but you don't know the nature of every female. Not every female.
Okay, you're being too literal. So the point of what I'm saying is genetic buildup. Men are all wired the same, but there are different types of men.
Right.
Women are wired the same, but there's different types of women. We all breathe. We all have blood. We all have emotions. We just channel it all differently. So essentially, we just walking in a circle with that one. Pretty much what I'm saying is that when you're a man, because it's from the man perspective, we don't have any value when we're first born. You're looking at that if you look at it from a spiritual realm, then sure. If you want a Hallmark card and fortune cookie me to that one. But if you're talking about actually in society, if a woman is going to date a bum, somebody that doesn't have a future and doesn't have any worth, the answer is no.
Yeah.
So with me starting there and then with me becoming who I am now, I got to learn what it's like from both sides.
Yeah.
So the way that the women that I deal with talk about me is of the highest praise. So when I see somebody else talking about somebody else that's not of the highest praise, then I know where that energy is coming from.
Right.
But she's talking about the initial him that she met, not the one, and then we had to kind of get into the improvements that he was making.
Yeah, but I will say this, like I said, because that was when we went on our first date, my mind was completely different. Like, I'm learning so much in this relationship, and this is why I will never go back to someone like my ex or someone who shows like red flags. I want to be with someone who adores me because anybody that I'm with, I adore them. Like, I kiss this man in the mouth in front of everybody. It doesn't matter where we are. And that's not something that I'm used to. I'm not used to somebody just staring at me and calling me beautiful all the time. I'm not used to, like, it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
But he is so good at leading, and just even if he doesn't know, like, I feel safe around him, and that's something that I've never really experienced, being safe in a relationship. I mean, I still, have my annoyances because we're still learning each other.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't disrespect him.
Okay.
I wouldn't allow him to feel like I said, we go to these places where there's more culture than he's probably used to. And like, I don't care who's looking at us because I want him to feel comfortable.
Do y'all have a good time together when y'all out of these places?
We always have a good, like, our first date, we sat there for 7 hours, and that's how we are. We sit and we just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what we can do.
I'm
That's what we
laughing at
do.
the one time
And
I went to the bathroom.
he feeds me. Like, he feeds me, and he feeds my mental.
Okay.
He feeds my spirit. To me, he feeds my soul.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
Because that lazy dating did lead you into it sound like a good situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll admit it's lazy dating now?
I wouldn't say it's, I feel like it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like, when we initially first went on a date, like I said, I was just like, I'm just going to see, I'm just going to see.
I can appreciate you for having an open mind.
Yeah,
as far as that went.
and it just lasted,
the rest is history type shit.
Basically.
So Shanty, what's your love language?
It's my love language.
Or rank your top 5 love languages. And do you know the top 5?
Yes.
All right.
I love first of all, I love music. Music is a big way of speaking. So if I send you a certain song about how I'm feeling about you, I love sending that to you. And I love when, someone send a song to me too, because that's how they're feeling about me. I think that's just so beautiful. That's one.
So wait, like, all right, wait, let me I'm gonna throw out 5 and you rank those 5 because, like, that's like some extra shit,
But okay, wait, but I wasn't even done. That was just one.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not even like one of the main ones.
I know it's not one of the main ones, but no one talks about it. But it's a love language, though. Not a lot of people do that. So
with us being in the music industry, we should be able to understand.
I mean, yeah, of course, I could relate. I mean, but it's like
everybody doesn't do that though.
Okay, we're gonna count that as one. Music.
Yeah, that's one. Sending music to communicate.
I wouldn't count.
2, gifts. I love gifts. Like, I love flowers. I buy myself flowers. So if I'm with a guy who can't buy me flowers, it's just
you buy yourself flowers.
I buy myself flowers.
You got a garden?
Self-love, not yet.
What do you do with the flowers then?
Like that.
So I let them sit in a vase either in the kitchen or in my bathroom and just, spread the loving energy. I feel like females should give themselves flowers just to spread the loving energy and the vibes. And once they're dying, that's when I take my self-love baths, throw them in my bathtub. And
Yo, I have not heard that. That's different.
It's self-love.
Okay, I feel that.
So gifting, to, I would say physical touch, but physical touch to an extent. Like, when we're chilling in the living room, I would love to put my legs on top of you while we're just relaxing, and I also enjoy massages and I love giving massages. So physical touch, that's my top 3. I can't think of the other 2. Like, whatever makes me happy inside and they're doing, that's just love language to me. But you could go ahead and name 2 more since you're ready to shut down my first one.
Nah, I mean, just like I ain't never heard that. I mean, I'm not saying it's
Sending
not
music. Well,
I'm not saying it's not a love language, right? I'm just saying it's not the top 5.
Can I give an example? Because I think that's very okay. So let me look at songs on my phone. Sorry. I have an actual love playlist. And if I'm feeling a certain way about a guy and his energy is just, for instance, like, I feel like I care about him at the moment. So I'll randomly, it don't matter if like he's at the gym or at work or wherever, I'll send I Care For You by Aaliyah. So he listens to it and he knows that's how I'm feeling right now. And that's the loving energy I'm sending.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes they do it back.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right.
For you, I'm gonna name 5, and you just rank them.
I know what they are.
All right, well, go ahead.
So I'll say, oh, well, you want mine or you just want me to rank them?
I want you to rank yours as in most important to least important.
Okay, words of affirmation, because I do need reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
Physical touch. What's the third one? Quality time.
Quality time.
The fourth one, gifts. What's the last one?
Gifts.
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Well, we'll say acts of service.
Then gifts?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in that order.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What about yours?
What about mine?
Yeah, what about y'all? You guys don't have love language?
I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You can go first.
I go first. My number one is gifts, then acts of services, then physical touch, then quality of time, then words of affirmations. And the reason why my last one is words of affirmations because a motherfucker tell you anything. And I experience motherfuckers acting, you know what I'm saying, like they like me. And they tell me they like me. They acting like they like me, but the whole time they don't like
They
me.
really
It's-
don't, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like, yeah, so I base them motherfucking off their energy and their actions. Like, if the energy ain't matching the actions, or the actions ain't matching the energy, then something off. Then it's like,
Actions speak louder than words.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's me. What about you, Vigilante?
I really like acts of service a lot. I really do. That's like a big one. That might be like 1 and 2 for me.
Define though, like
I was just about to ask the
acts of
same thing.
So I remember like in my last relationship, for those who don't know, I was in a 4-year relationship, and then the last 6 months was a poly relationship where I had 2 girlfriends and we were all staying together. So when in our relationship, my girl would know that whenever I got home, I would always go to the kitchen and grab something to drink. That's like the first thing I would do. So when I got home, when we started dating, then as soon as I got home, she would always go to the kitchen first and get something to drink for me.
Oh.
And then as soon as I would like take she taught me what the difference between with outside clothes and the bed was. I didn't really know what that was. So when I would take my outside clothes off and then put my inside clothes on, by the time I was done, she would already have my stuff ready for me.
Yeah.
And she would just be like, so what movie do you want to watch? And then we would just spend, that was my second one, quality time together. And then I like that continuity. And I like that consistency. Mm-hmm. I like a woman falling right into the program without it being any type of like major friction. Her just immediately wanting to be a helpmate out the gate. So like even when I hear women talking, they say stuff like "for the right man, I'll," or stuff like that. That throws me off because as soon as any woman comes around me, I just be like, okay, let's just walk. Metaphorically speaking, and both physically. But metaphorically, as in, like, let's just walk this thing of life together. Let's just go. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time with the words of affirmation part, where we can just go right into the quality time and the acts of service.
But words of affirmation, because it's so low for both of you, doesn't that lift you guys up, though?
Yeah, man. That shit is a manipulation
That's part
tactic.
of watering your partner.
But no, like, I'd have been in relationships where a woman told me she loved me often, like, all the time, to where, like, bitch, shit, you don't love me. Like, you
saying
know
I love
like,
you is not words of
affirmation. You know what the difference is?
I mean, what that is? I mean, right?
Yeah, it is a word of affirmation. Absolutely. That's
but
the ultimate
anybody
validation.
Yes, but like you guys don't get like you're a king, you're the leader. Like,
I already know that though.
But I'm saying like you don't like that from your partner.
No, me personally.
That's the acts of service. That's what that is. Because you're not gonna bring somebody that's not a king something to drink.
No, but what she's saying is the verbal part, like
the verbal.
So to answer your question, maybe I just never met a woman who maybe it's because it's like it's so like if a woman it's like if a woman tell me I'm handsome and you handsome, you looking good, you know what I'm saying, like I don't like oh, right on, baby, I appreciate that. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, do the small things. Like, when I say my shit gifts, it's more like, you know, I could tell you I like cranberry juice. And then, you know what I'm saying, one day you see me, you buy me some. Yeah. I mean, you got some cranberry juice waiting for me. Like,
same thing.
It's like, damn, it's like, oh, shit, that's just awful.
You see the correlation? We're pretty much just taking words of affirmation and putting them into a verb. Yeah. And so we're doing words of affirmation. We're just putting it into, and one thing that me and him have in common is that we like for a woman to just fall right into the program that we have.
But that's my problem. Because I fall into that program just
for the wrong people.
Literally, because like I've always said this. Like I was I was like born to serve. Like I love to serve. I love to serve. Like even when I spend the night at my boyfriend's house, like he go off to work, like I'm making sure like I make his bed, I'm cleaning his bathroom, I'm doing all that. Like and he travels like 3 weeks out of the month. So you're gone, and you know he'll just sleeps off.
That's a very wifeable trait.
I'm hanging up his clothes, like leaving a little note.
That's
So
hard.
that when he gets back home, when he gets back from his trip, like his room isn't looking crazy.
Yeah, I
like
it.
And then like I try to, but it just comes like
naturally.
That
that's just you. Yeah.
So
like
providing
my ex
comfort.
never had to make his plate. He never ever had to make his plate.
That's a beautiful trait.
He never had to.
For real.
He never had to do anything.
So Shanty, what do you value most about a man?
What I value most. Like
I give you some options, right? Like I throw out like
go
two
ahead. I'll
pairs,
let you.
and then you kind of choose. Like if you don't know off the top of the head, that's why I'm throwing the options out there. So you got like education and degrees, right? You got money and stability. You got looks and digging stick. You got masculinity and his energy. You got wisdom, his understanding. You got his honesty and sense of humor.
She ain't gonna remember all
You
that.
got confidence. Something gonna stick out though.
Okay.
Confidence in his leadership, ambition and drive.
So just to go off of what I was originally going to answer, back to being a sapiosexual, what I value most is the education. Like someone being very smart, because just being smart off the rip, everything falls in line, like financials, you know.
It's a stability factor that you like that comes with the wisdom.
Because I want to bring up a quote too, but it's going to take me forever to find it. But there was a quote I was listening to yesterday, and they were just basically saying, you know, a person who doesn't take the time to read isn't going to grow mentally. You know, just reading a little bit in the day grows your mental. And so someone with education and smarts, they just know, I'm not saying they know it all, but they know like enough to be fine. Just be.
You're attracted to wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
You
Like they're
gotta
just
teach.
They're wealthy. They know how to cook. They know how to farm.
Yeah.
If they don't know how to, you know, change a tire and stuff, they take their time out to actually read on how to change a tire.
Yeah.
So, you know, just building up that I value that the most. Someone who's not willing to learn or just be ignorant and stagnant, I just can't.
Yeah, that's natural. Women are stability hunters. So that's your number one stability like thing that you zone in for. That's the biggest green flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's like education with wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Well, because you know, like, and the thing is, it like everybody journey different, and everybody don't value the same thing. You know what I'm saying? To where like you could meet a man who on a spiritual journey to where like he know all this shit temporary, all this materialistic shit, blah blah blah. And not saying that you got to be dead, broken, poor to be spiritual. It's just more like that shit come and go. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of spiritual people, at least that I know of, and at least me, we like to read up on a lot of stuff, and you know, that education, that wisdom,
and that's what I'm saying. Like he might not know, like, you know what I'm saying, like. When you talk, because you broke down, you was like, hey, you got to know how to farm, got to be wealthy, got to be this. I'm like, God damn. Like,
no, I didn't say you got to know this, you got to know that. But I'm saying they take their time out to actually read up on it. If they don't know how to build a farm,
he's forever progressing.
You know, he wants to progress. He wants to learn, and that's how I am. I want to learn. So I don't know how to do something, so I read.
You read up on it. Yeah. You can't deal with a man that's like, I don't know how to do that, man.
Yeah, they just want to stay ignorant. They don't want to take the time out to learn.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And I'm assuming yours the same since you're sapiosexual as well.
Wisdom, yeah, and leadership. Like you have to be able to lead. I need to, because that's, to me, that's one of the only ways that I feel safe. Like I don't want to lead.
For sure.
I want my man to lead. Like I want to be able to look to you.
To do what?
To lead.
To lead how?
To lead.
In every way.
In a very smart way.
Basically, in every way. Like, now obviously, like there are some things that women are better at. But, like the man stuff.
Yeah.
Like change my oil.
Yeah, change your oil. Okay.
Like, just little stuff. Nothing, it doesn't have to be too extreme, but.
Everything y'all listing is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You feel like that's bare minimum?
Yeah, all y'all asking for is the bare minimum, but it makes sense.
Education is the bare minimum?
No, I'm saying from what you said earlier, as far as like, let's change this tire. That'll turn me on. Like
It turns me on. I could change my own tire.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that what you guys are saying is extremely bare minimum.
It is bare
stuff.
minimum.
Yeah, that's bare minimum.
because I could basically do that myself. Change my own oil.
Not because you can do it yourself.
It's
That's
bare-
not why it's bare minimum.
Because that is just something that a man is supposed to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it comes with that. It's fact. It's fact. It's
supposed to be stock.
It's supposed to be stocked. That's the regular thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's regular.
Okay, so what do I mean when I say lead? Like,
But I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's telling in the fact that you're listing a basic thing,
but
and the fact that both of y'all are just looking for somebody to provide the basics for y'all.
but I'll say this
But we
too.
value that.
I'll say this too.
I see.
I'll say this too. And this is, I guess, this might be bare minimum too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when making plans, I don't want to decide those plans. Like I want my man to decide.
Yeah, this
those
is bare
plans.
minimum.
I want my
Yeah.
man. This I don't want to.
Yeah, and
So
Yeah.
what would make it not be?
No, yeah, I'm
what
just
would
saying-
not be?
it's a epic. Basically, what and this is why FEMALEHOLIC, my other podcast. Look, another shameless plug. Hold on, real fast. Hold on, real quick. We empower men by teaching accountability. A lot of men out here holding themselves accountable or being a man. You know what I'm saying? They really being boys to where like, women. Not only do y'all mature faster, it's like now y'all waiting on men to mature to where you know what I'm saying he can get to where he need to be to where he could properly lead and protect and
Taking on too many projects for no reason.
Yeah, like
That's why you expect a bare minimum, because everybody else was a project. I was just explaining in the last podcast that myself being a Sigma male, that I'm a 50-50 person. So that means that when you come into my life, we start to cohabitate. When you come into my life, I don't pay 100% of the bills. I pay 50. That means that I don't double your bills. I split yours in half. So whatever you make, and now you about to make double automatically with us bringing our lives together. And then with me having an over 800 credit score, now you get an over 800 credit score. So what I do is I immediately put my woman in position of power so that she can stand next to me and we can be just as equally as powerful. But her divine feminine submissive nature puts it to where it perfectly balances each other. This is where we stop talking about the bare minimum stuff. When I was just on the phone outside, I was teaching a girl what a HELOC was. She had no idea what that was. And for those who don't know, a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. So if you buy a home, and then after you get the appreciation for that home after the year, you can take that, turn it into a credit line, put that as a down payment for the second home, put tenants into that home, the second home, refinance your first home for half the price, and then have these tenants paying for both of the houses so you live for free. And that's one stream of income. And then I put her onto my trade lines. I just taught her what that was. This is where we start going here. July 29th, Celebrity Boxing, which I Celebrity Box, is going to be here in Atlanta. Whichever woman that I choose to that particular day is going to be sitting ringside with me, and she's going to be able to build all of those connections for that. Now, do you see how you see what I'm saying? So her tire, that's automatic.
Yeah, that's basic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of that stuff that's regular. But then it's more levels to that. The guy that's going to help you get that farm and buy all of that, help you buy all of that land. Both of y'all buy all the land. And then him take the initiative to be like, yo, we're going to put the squash over here and put this over here and put that over there. And then we're going to go to Publix and we're going to close a deal with them. And we're going to start manufacturing healthy food over there. That's above the surface.
I like that.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying that y'all should be looking for instead of just the oil change.
Yeah.
And
tire change, the power steering fluid.
Does it make sense what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
I love your definition of 50-50 because the way 50-50 was, it's been slandered. Like, the Dutch Dutch way of like, because I know guys who go 50-50. Like, they're not going to do all of this. They're just going to like, let me pay half of this. And
Just
like,
to save for
not in a
themselves.
way like that you uplift your female. They don't
Yeah.
do it in that way. It's just,
I hear that every single time. There's
Yeah.
even one important element that I forgot about that. If you own half of the home and it appreciates $12,000 a year, that means if we break up after a year, you get a check for $6,000.
Right.
And so you don't have to go back and live with your mom. You can just go buy another house and continue with your life. Thank you. I love you. We still friends. Keep doing what you do. There's
That's
even
good.
a mature exit clause.
That's good.
Yeah, because like you said, that was a different spin of 50-50 because I don't identify with that, but like that was the first time I heard it from that point of view. You know what I'm saying? With you,
Same.
you know, it's just too. You know, like I said, every man different, right? You know what I'm saying? Whereas he identifies as Sigma male, me as an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pay 100% of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my way or no way, and no way is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need shut upness and obedience from my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean you can't talk. It means you can't talk when I'm talking. And then not only that, you know what I'm saying? Obedient, hey, we finna pack up the bags and move to Florida. Like, it's all right, baby. I'm finna start packing out. Versus, why we gotta move to Florida? Why we gonna move to Florida for? How long we gonna be out there? Like, I mean, not saying you can't ask no questions. It's just more like you exuberant and excited about, you know, going wherever I'm going. You down for whatever I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
And I'd rather keep my woman put up than have her out there, you know, rings. I mean, because I just know the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a form of protection.
Yeah, form of protection. Yeah,
form of protection.
Yeah, it's all about programs, ladies. Every man has a different program. So when you're dating him, what you're doing is you're learning his program. Because when you have a kid, and when you have a kid, well, you already had a kid, so you had two kids. Okay, so yeah, you learned this twice. Then
I learned this once.
Both of y'all gonna get set down. For the women that haven't had a kid, you're gonna get set down for 9 months. So you have to solely depend on this person in order for your livelihood, for survival during that 9 months, and after that, because the baby is yours. So you have to be the thing that nurtures it as it's learning to walk, as it's learning to talk, all of that stuff. So you really have to have a man with a good program. And like the way that I just explained that, I tell all women that. I'm 28 as well. So if I was able to go from Flint, Michigan to being a superstar in Atlanta, and I'm able to articulate all of these things without you asking me what are my intentions, then why can't every other man do that too?
No, that's 100%.
Because every man ain't built the same. Some people cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's the beauty of life, as in like you kind of got to go, well, you ain't got to, but like, you know, some people's journey is different. That's what I'm saying. Everybody on the spiritual journey. And everybody's journey different. Like, you know, some people, first person they get with, they be with them forever. That's probably rare, right?
It's rare, yeah.
But then there's other people that got to go through a handful to get it right.
Yeah.
And some people got to go through hella shit, never get it right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just fascinating. That's how I look at life. Like, but like once you start to learn the game and understand what's going on, then you can kind of navigate through the life and, you know, and then like, you know what you want first, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts, you know?
And learn along the way. And what he said, well, man, that when he finally gets over that hump to learn the game and what I pretty much call beat the game of life, to where you become financially free and you live in your purpose every single day. You're not a slave to the system. You're not a slave to your family. You're not a slave to any of that. You live in this world every day and you pay your bills with a smile, because it's coming from passive income. Yeah. If a man is not talking like that for y'all and for y'all, don't give him the time of day. So you won't have them traumatic stories to where you trauma bonding or to where you end up having a baby by somebody that you don't want to have a baby by. That close proximity dating, that doesn't work. I tell everybody that Poetic Justice is not one of my favorite movies because of that. Yeah. That perpetuates vicinity dating right there. Two people that would have never got together if they wasn't just both stuck in the same city. Yeah. That's a terrible love story.
No, but I disagree a little bit.
All the way.
As in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it, because it's like we creatures of habit, right? You know what I'm saying? No, creatures by nature. So it's like, bam, like I said, like, if you met somebody and you didn't necessarily hop down on them, but just nature took its course and then y'all end up, something blossomed from that, I feel like that's a better story than like, I mean, I feel like that's just
both of them is dope. I get what you're saying too.
Yeah.
When I first met my ex, I was not on her like that, and she was beautiful. I just had way more beautiful women around. I'm dating models now, and she just moved here from Indiana. Yeah. She doesn't even know the Atlanta culture yet, so it was easy to tell that. But then that was another thing that attracted me to her too, was the fact that she was that, you know how the new girl walks into the school with the books in her hand and she's looking around like, I don't know where my desk is. It was like that type of energy.
It was like some fresh meat for you.
I'm not gonna say that because I wasn't at that point in my life. I was past that part. But what it was a breath of fresh air. Because remember, I just said I'm around models all day. They're superficial. A few of them have a good heart, but most of them don't. They trying to run up a bag and they trying to be career women over family. And I'm getting that all the time. But with her, even though she didn't want kids, she still had that I want to be motherly, that submissive, divine, feminine nature about her. She just was not financially stable. And I took the time to nurture it, to make sure that she became a lead role on television as well, to make sure she had a modeling career. Every magazine that you see me in, she's in. I did my best to I put her through bartending school and yoga school. So I just continued to pull her up. So yeah, it's kind of like what you said. It was a story that started off slow, but it started off slow only because my focus was elsewhere. And then her divine feminine energy brought me back to her. That's what it was.
My ex, he tried to do that. Like, he tried to, okay, go to school. I want you to go to school, and I pay for everything. But it didn't really work out. Yes. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. I still felt like I need to have a job.
Because he didn't have enough money to subside for you going to school.
Because he was doing that and working. Like, he was doing that and working. And
but Dana, you wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
I know.
That's the reason why it didn't work. Remember that game when we used to have to put the triangle into the little circle when we was kids?
What game is that? Oh, you talking about
the blocks? Yeah.
I was like, what game is that?
That's
the triangle, the circle.
Literally what women do when they go off of this potential or this close proximity thing is that you are steadily trying to fit that thing, and you hope if you do it hard enough, it'll just break.
Yeah.
And then it just. But that's not a triangle no more. And it's not a circle anymore.
But I mean, not only do women do it, but men do it too, Vigilante, because it's like they trying to put I like to say they trying to put a square peg in a round hole. You know what I'm saying? To where like it ain't gonna fit. And you should have a woman in your life. Any man should have a woman that's like where she gonna fit. And where do those women fit? Usually upon your journey. So if you, fuck it, if I marry somebody and then I go to the military, I already know somebody finna be cracking my wife because I ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Is that how you feel for real?
Dead ass, man. Look, man.
But that's not.
That's why you guys got married, to be loyal to each other?
No, what I'm saying is, at that point, that woman don't fit in my life. So why did I make that foolish decision to marry her? Because I'm gonna be gone for years, overseas, all type of shit. But while I'm in the military, it's gonna be, trust me, I'm gonna get chose on by somebody in that military to where, you know what I'm saying, like that's now she fits because we on the same journey and the same mission, so to speak.
At that time, unless y'all
but that's any time. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what I'm saying. So once the shit over with,
these are all temporary soul ties.
I mean, everything is temporary. But
I mean, to an extent, yeah. But those are the type of relationships that you would rather have. Just a bunch of.
I mean, of course, like, everybody would say this. I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel or podcast would agree that if we find somebody tomorrow and that's for us and we spent the rest of our lives together, that's everybody's dream, right? You know what I'm saying? But let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Shit changed.
It sounds like a defense mechanism. Like, it sounds like that you expect for her to not be the person that you would like for her to be, so you just prepare yourself to move to the next situation. That's what it sounds like.
No, it's just it's reality. It's like I live in reality.
Is that what it sounds like to y'all?
But why get married if
I'm not pushing legal marriage at all?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So then
I'm just saying, but
just would be better off single. It sounds like, because if you feel like do you feel like there is nobody out there that you will ever be able to trust? Do you just feel like if you go to the military, any female that
is gonna bust it down?
Yeah,
man, I only trust a woman as far as I can see her. You know what I'm saying? If I can't see a woman,
that mindset.
No, I mean it's dead. I mean, because like, come on, man, like.
I just want to say, like, I don't know about all the 7.7 billion people in the world, but I know like the majority wasn't raised to learn how to date, and this is why all of us have problems. You know, like I know I've had some rough paths, but now I would say starting from when I was 26, I've learned the proper ways of dating, and I've been getting better at it. And I'm not doing it like it's a sport, but like I'm actually learning what I want and what I don't want in a man. Like I'm looking for the green flags and red flags. I wasn't taught that when I was younger.
For sure.
So of course we are gonna go for, you know,
Pookies and Ray Rays.
You know,
Tyrone.
Yeah, because that's what we were raised around. That's what we knew. But like as I got older, I know it's not. There's more people than the people in your county, your state, your city,
go. The proximity,
your country. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. The world just has to open up to you. That's another reason why I like social media, even though people down it. There's so much stuff that you see on there where you be like, oh, people can do that.
Yeah.
That's healthy. Oh, people take people to. Oh wow. Oh, people empower this. That's. Just take it for the positives. I know it's a lot of negative shit on there, but you can use your own thumbs and your own discretion. I like to believe that people have some type of brain in their head at some point.
Yeah,
that's real. Hey, so we gonna wrap things up. But I did want to get the feedback from the women, the ladies on the show, and let us know what y'all think about it, and pretty much after that, just tell the people where they can follow you on social media.
So I'm gonna start off by saying follow me everywhere. Shanty's Lovecast. That's SHANTYS LOVECAST. Definitely come to me for your sexual advice or anatomy or just certain things. Even with dating, like I'm put out like on my link tree. If you guys look at it, I put out date ideas, date settings, certain stuff like that. But my intake on the whole show, I know we talked a lot about the wifeable, and we did talk a lot about the husbandable.
Hey, the spinoff coming, the spinoff on the way.
Yeah. It was a good conversation overall. Yeah. I'm just saying that was my intake on it was a good conversation. I liked how it went. Like,
did you learn anything?
I did learn today that people have different definitions of 50-50, but in a positive light, because I've always seen it in a negative light, so.
Okay.
Oh. I'm not too big on social media. Like,
I can see
I
that.
just get on Facebook.
I can see that.
I just get on Facebook. I have Instagram and I have Snap. But overall, though, I think this was good. Very mind stimulating. Have to like go back and ask myself questions.
Yeah.
Reevaluate some things. 100%.
No, for sure.
I want to give a shout out to dude, man. Like, he sound like he's making you happy. I hope that he continues to make those self improvements in his relationship. I continue to do that. I got wealthy while I was with my ex, so it really it helped her continue to chase me throughout the whole relationship, and we loved each other. So we was both chasing each other, just in two different ways. So I'm upset that we didn't get to none of this sexual shit.
I know, me too.
Hopefully we get.
I
We're
was
gonna
looking
bring
forward
you
to
back,
that.
and we definitely gonna
I
get back to
definitely
the
gotta come
sex
back.
talk for sure.
Yeah.
what kind of sexual shit?
You didn't hear what she said in the beginning?
I mean, I heard what she said, but I'm just trying to like.
Oh, enlighten him.
I mean, like,
Aspiring sexologist.
I'm here, but I'm saying like, what you want to ask? I mean, we
got more time?
We ain't in the show yet, so it's like.
Oh, okay. I guess.
it's been an hour
just
and
make it
60.
quick, because
Yeah,
you know what I'm
make it
saying.
brief.
You know how they go. Producers.
All right. So, sexually, what do you think are some things that men are doing wrong in the bedroom?
For one, foreplay is not a thing to a lot of males, and it needs to be a thing. Like, they just feel like they need to just go ahead and just shove it in.
Yeah.
You gotta, make sure there's some type of energy that starts the whole. What it is. I think they're focused on just finishing.
Yeah.
Just getting that happy
The finish
ending instead of actually enjoying the process.
Right.
And, learning each other's body.
When I was with my girl, she was bisexual, so we had a few threesomes, and then we also had a girlfriend as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in that bedroom, I used to study what was going on between the two women, and I realized that most men that don't live the same life that I live, they never get to see other women partake on other women.
Yeah.
So they don't ever get that education on where to find the clitoris and how to stimulate every part of the body, and you can kiss this and you can grab that and you can do this until you watch another woman do it on another woman.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I recommend, and be humble enough to admit that you was doing it wrong and take notes.
Right.
And then I embodied all of those traits, and then I started doing the same thing that I seen other girls doing on her.
Yeah.
And then I just added the masculine part to it.
I'm very big on telling people to like just play with yourself in a lot of ways. Like, figure out if you like hot or cold things, or figure out like certain touch, like elbows. How does that feel to you?
Oh, we got to
Or,
get
like,
into this.
Earlobes.
Got to bring her back.
And just
coming
get
back
to
too?
when you learn what you like, and you also learn who you're having sex with, what they like, it just makes the sex so much more fun. Like, if I had a person like that and we understood each other, and it was just great because we took the time to I took the time to learn his body and the things he liked and his kinks, and he took the time to learn the things that I like and my certain spots. And yeah, I think everybody should do that. So
yeah, shit. I'm intrigued, because I ain't never like, you know what I'm saying. I'm one of those. I dropped the Savage Patch off, and then and that's about it. You know,
That's being selfish.
You dropped the what off?
The,
That's
the savage
selfish.
pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I beat a motherfucker back in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And do you think she enjoyed it?
Man, she remember that shit. She,
But back to what you were saying, they fake it. You know, some females fake it.
hey, that's cool shit. You know, you can't fake that that back beat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that not what y'all
Sometimes
like?
it could be pain.
No.
Sometimes we do like it, but not so painfully.
You gotta get your engine started.
Like a little deeper connection because like it won't. Even it don't matter what you do. Like I just won't.
You ever had an encounter with a girl? Never.
Just lesbian porn.
I love lesbian.
I appreciate your honesty.
Can I give one sex fact though?
Sure, talk
back
to
to
me,
what
talk to
we
me.
were saying.
Yeah, talk to
You
me.
know, a female's vagina naturally pushes back and makes space for the penis when she's comfortable and aroused. Like all that hard pounding is gonna make us be in pain and we're not focused.
Don't look at me when you
But
say
when-
that. Look at him.
But we're not having sex. Why? But you know what?
He the one that said it.
Yeah. So all
No,
that
I'm-
painful pounding it's maybe she will fake like you know she loved it, but when you actually like, not saying you can't go rough, but let it start off slow.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I had to learn.
You know, communicate with her that you're about to speed up.
nah, trust.
And when she starts feeling aroused, there will be space. There will be space.
She's gonna make that space. Leave that.
Our bodies naturally do that.
Nah, trust me. Like, I know what I'm not saying like whatever y'all imagine the Savage Pack is. It probably ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I want to imagine.
I mean, I'm talking about for females. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where like, yeah.
You
like,
saying that the Savage Pack includes more than just what it sounds like.
Yeah, because like I know about attraction. I know about getting that shit hot and bothered. You know what I'm saying? Getting that shit nice and wet. You know what I'm saying? Before shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that part. Like I'm not like naive.
I can't wait to have this full conversation. This
And
is
keep in
hard.
mind, like not every female is the same. So just because one female love to get pounded,
That's
I mean
a
the next
fact.
females
That's
don't
what
like to
having
get pounded.
threesomes. That's what I learned so much.
Yeah, but I
doing it.
I look at it like I use my tool as like a correct. You know, when I drop the Savage Pack, it's more like it's like a form of correction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This sounds like you do this on every female. What? You don't like to mix it up a little bit?
I mean, like
Role play?
That shit hard.
I can do. I can do.
Toys is hard.
I ain't never had no toys.
Toys. Lube, warm and lube.
All of that.
The sex bed where you get the handles and hold. Man, I'm telling you, get you some handcuffs.
Cuffs.
You gotta
Butt
provide
plug, all
an
that.
experience that she ain't never gonna forget. Because you gotta think about it. 99% of dudes out there are having regular sex with women, like with their clothes still on and shit.
Yeah.
When you provide her with that experience, that got music, and you may give her a bath before that and wash her up, or y'all take a shower first, and then it leads to there, and then you got roses on the bed. This shit ain't even expensive. It's like $20 to provide this experience, and
For real.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I mean,
man,
I agree.
motherfuckers get creative. Yeah, like I'm saying, I
you're
ain't
gonna be
vanilla-
submissive as a
I ain't vanilla
motherfucker when
to
she
this
see
shit,
them
like-
heart-shaped handcuffs. And she get that Savage Pack with them handcuffs on.
Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about the whipped cream,
boy.
the motherfucking
Ain't that
chocolate
right,
syrup.
Dana?
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. You said whipped cream and chocolate syrup. You don't
Yeah.
want to give her maggots.
Man,
They do make edible. Like you don't want to bring sugar into your
This why we
private
need
parts.
you.
Yeah, hey, but hey,
Don't
My
do whipped
dietary
cream and they do have edible stuff for the room.
Yeah,
Go,
they
you
do.
guys got to go to Atlanta's full of sex shops.
We
Atlanta-
going with you.
You know where I want to go? I want to go to Trapeze.
Our word.
I just
Okay.
don't have anybody to go with.
Shit,
Man.
hey, I'm about to take a wifeable
Hey.
field trip to Trapeze, y'all.
I tell y'all, we're going to end the show on that note. We finna go to Trapeze.
Trapeze.
So look, man, follow the show at Wifeable Podcast, man. Follow me everywhere at STL Money Now, man. Shout out to the producers of the show, man. Shout out to the followers, the fans, and the supporters, you know what I'm saying, of the show. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, that was